Luka has been making some serious waves lately. I mean, have you seen his game after the All-Star break? It's like he's got some kind of basketball superpower. Look at this. Game after game, Luka's out there racking up triple doubles like it's a walk in the park. 30 points? Check. Double-digit assists? You bet. And let's not forget about those rebounds. He's snagging those too like they're going out of style. But here's the kicker. He doesn't stop at just 6 games. Oh no. Luka goes ahead and extends his streak to 7 straight games with a triple-double. 7! It's like watching a basketball maestro at work, orchestrating the game like no other. So I was checking out highlights from his recent triple-double games. Half the time, he's just breezing in for easy layups. But the other half? Man, he's pulling off some seriously tricky shots, even with defenders breathing down his neck.
Rebound number 9 of the game there for Luka, and he's a one-man fast break, but at the end,
Tobias Harris. The three from Doncic from beyond the hash mark.
Who would have thought a kid from Slovenia would be tearing up the NBA court like this? From his smooth moves to his insane passes and clutch shots, Doncic isn't just a player. He's the future face of the NBA. And it's not just his skills that stand out. It's his heart, basketball IQ, and constant push for greatness. And with that said, let's dive into the brilliance of Luka Doncic and dissect what makes his triple-double feat so mesmerizing. He's always got that ball protected, always calling the shots at his own speed, and always stays cool as a cucumber. Now sure, you hear this kind of talk about all the basketball greats, but Luka? He's on another level, like a chess grandmaster out there. He's the kind of player who's already 2 moves ahead of you. He's a 6'7", 240-pound point guard. There are no guards in this league with that size and strength. He has a huge frame as well. People just assume he's fat because he doesn't have that muscular build. Doncic can beat other players by stopping on a dime and pulling up for a jumper, or because players have to defend his jumpers slowing down or speeding up and keeping defenders off balance. Thus, he draws fouls. Let's look at some of Luka Doncic's highlights these last 7 games where he notched triple-doubles. Starting from the match against the Raptors and ending it against the Bulls. In those 7 games, Luka was on fire, averaging a whopping 35 points per game, along with 11.1 rebounds and nearly 12 assists per game. He was hitting about 50% of his field goals and shooting at a solid 36% from beyond the arc. Throughout those games, the Mavs managed to pull off a 4-3 record. The Mavs won against the Raptors, and Luka put up some solid stats with 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 16 assists. His three-point shooting wasn't exactly on point, but he made up for it by dominating the paint. Despite not having much luck from downtown, Luka really owned it in the paint area. One thing I really liked was how Luka attacked mismatches, like against Bruce Brown. Brown stands at 6'4", while Luka has a 3-inch advantage. Luka did a slick crossover to the left. When he saw Brown commit, he quickly switched direction and attacked him on the right. Pump fake, Brown bites. Last line of defense is Pirtle. Another pump fake, fake pass, and Pirtle got confused about where the ball was. It was a slick move that really showcased Luka's skill and basketball IQ. Luka snagged his 2nd consecutive triple-double against the Boston Celtics. In the first half, he was mostly guarded by Celtics guards like Drew Holiday or Pritchard, with some switches happening and sometimes even finding himself matched up against Celtics centers. Then, in the 3rd quarter, the Celtics changed things up defensively to try to contain Luka, but he still managed to find his way inside. He was all over the place, working the low post, hitting fadeaways, driving to the basket for layups, and dishing out slick no-look assists whenever the Celtics left someone open to double-team him. Luka finished with 37, 12, and 11.
Doncic, step back 3 is good.
Talking about that step back. Watch here. Takes his time slow. A foot inside and then a foot behind.
Doncic with Horford shading. Doncic, deep 3. He got it.
The Mavs suffered back-to-back losses on their home court against the Sixers and Pacers, but Doncic still put on a show despite his team falling short. They just couldn't seem to contain his step-back threes, a signature move of Luka's, or his isolation plays where he'd camp out at the top of the key and then pull off those slick step-back triples. When it came to half-court offense, everything seemed to revolve around Luka. He'd bring the ball down, get screened by Gafford or whoever was playing center, and force switches to create mismatches. then Luka had two options. Either he'd go for the isolation play himself, or he'd drive towards the basket, drawing defenders, and either lobbing it to his center or kicking it out to open shooters.
Back up by 3. Luka bumped by 2 defenders. Kick out pass. Green with the attack and a little.
It's a nightmare for opposing teams to deal with. Luka once again led the Mavericks to 3 straight wins, notching 7 consecutive triple-doubles in just 2 weeks. In those games, life seemed easy for their centers. They'd set high ball screens for Luka, and his teammates would easily find themselves open whenever he decided to attack the rim. Gafford and Lively were relentless in setting screens. Knowing that Luka would repay their efforts with assists, their plays often started right after Luka crossed the half-court line. You could see them setting screens or executing double high screens for Luka to either drive inside or pull off his signature step-back 3. It's like clockwork for the Mavericks offense, and it's all thanks to Luka's brilliance and his teammates' hard work. It's not just us fans who are in awe, his fellow players and coaches are also dishing out some serious praise. They've got front row seats to this Luka magic, and they're not holding back on sharing their thoughts. From locker room chats to post-game interviews, these insiders give us the lowdown on Luka's slick moves, brainy plays, and how he's changing up the game. Popovich highlighted how challenging it is to contain Doncic despite him not having high-flying athleticism, highlighting the incredible basketball IQ, and perhaps control of his movements that make him so dangerous. He just destroys whatever a defense has thrown at him.
I think he must be underestimated as an athlete. You look at him, and he looks like he ate a couple too many donuts sometimes. You don't think of him as an athlete. But talk about beyond basketball IQ, just a feel for the game, making decisions at exactly the right moment.
Each time the Spurs prepare to face the Mavs, Popovich admitted how impressed he is with what he sees from Doncic's performances, particularly with the consistency that he provides the Mavs. In Jason Kidd's eyes, Luka has already cemented himself as the best player in franchise history, surpassing Dirk Nowitzki, and believes he's entering Michael Jordan's stratosphere. You can't take this young man for granted. Kidd, who was Nowitzki's teammate for 5 seasons, said in an interview on 97.1 The Freaks, the Downbeat in Dallas.
He's better than Dirk. He's in the atmosphere of MJ, the best to ever do it, LeBron, Kobe. And so just to appreciate what this young man's doing at the age of 24 is something that Dallas has never seen.
James has been one of the most vocal superstars in the league when it comes to praising Doncic for his work. Each time the Lakers and Mavericks face off, James can be found singing Doncic's praises and saying that the sky is the limit.
The way he plays the game reminds me of the way I play the game. We're triple threats. We rebound. We pass, which is the number one thing on our mind. And we'll put 40 on you, too, if you disrespect us.
Kevin Durant is among many who appreciate Doncic's impact on the basketball court. Durant described Doncic as someone who has mastered the game despite being this young in his career. He's advanced, bright, brilliant basketball mind that could almost manipulate everything out there on the court. The IQ is just through the roof. I mean, at that age, I feel like he's mastered the game. We all know just how insanely good Luka is on the court. I mean, it's right there on the stat sheet, and you can see the impact he has in every game. But here's the question. Where does Luka stack up among players with triple-doubles in NBA history? Luka is sitting pretty at number 9 among players with triple-doubles in regular season career stats. Out of the top 10, 5 of them are still playing. Westbrook's at the top spot, followed by Jokic and LeBron at 4th and 5th, while Harden and Luka hold down the 8th and 9th spots. But if we really dig into those numbers, we'll see that Doncic has racked up an epic 73 career triple-doubles in the regular season, and he's done it in just 379 games since he was drafted in 2018. That's impressive. There's a good chance he'll end up in the top 5 or even the top 3 in this category. And honestly, it wouldn't be a shocker if he breaks the record with how smooth and efficient he plays. Let's not forget, Doncic is only 25 years old, and I gotta say, he's just getting started hitting his prime. With 17 triple-doubles this season, Doncic remains in contention for most of these performances behind Domantas Sabonis, 22, and Nikola Jokic, 21. With just one more triple-double, Doncic is poised to surpass his franchise record for the most in a single season, a milestone he set back in 2019-2020. But let's widen the lens and look at NBA history. Doncic's streak is currently neck and neck for the third longest ever. Besides, he's in good company, tied with legends like Michael Jordan and Oscar Robinson for the most consecutive 25-point triple-doubles, totaling 7 in a row. However, what's truly on the mind of the Slovenian superstar is steering the Mavs to crucial victories, rather than just chasing after statistics.